Thank you so very much for coming, for being here on this historical evening. Like every great story, there is a beautiful and interesting beginning. And tonight, I'd like to share my story. 25 years ago, at the Borough of Manhattan Community College, there was a college club called A Clear Vision. And what A Clear Vision did was, A Clear Vision created a clear vision for students to pay for their college tuition. And we successfully helped students open their own business, write their own business plans, invest in stocks with a profitable return. And that interesting story was placed on pause. I paused and I did my medical pursuits and training. And 25 years later, we have this organization called Inspired Nexus, which is a rebirth of A Clear Vision. Inspired Nexus really is an organization that is designed to connect coaches and mentors with people who have a life passion or dream, a dream to achieve their goal. And what makes this night so historical is that for a very long time, this was a concept. This was an idea that we could transform the way people view their lives, transform the way people create their lives, and do it with coaching and mentoring. And not just do it with coaching and mentoring, but do it over social media lines. And so, very similar to other social networks, we are creating a new paradigm shift. And this paradigm shift is called social productive networking. So in essence, what that means, you go on your social network, you share your photos, you share and you communicate with your online community, but you share for the purpose of promoting inspiration. You share your photos of your new business idea. You share your passion for everything that you love to do, even if it means the things that really don't make money or you were told doesn't make money. But you do it because you love it. And Inspired Nexus is designed to perpetuate the coming true of dreams. So for that person who has an idea to create a business and don't think that they have the capacity to do it, Inspired Nexus has mentors, coaches, people who will say, I've done that. I've been there. Let me show you how. For that person who wants to open up their new hair salon, who wants to go to graduate school, whatever your dream may be, to be a neurosurgeon, there are members on the site that will say, I've been there, I've done it, let me show you how. And so, initially, this was a concept drawn out on 100 pieces of paper in my office. And that documentation of papers translated into it being typed and then architecturally put together and then finding people to build this vision that I had. And like anything else, it's very difficult to share a vision with someone and have it created when it doesn't exist. So imagine telling someone, I need you to create a website that allows people to connect, to inspire each other, to share information, and do it in a very positive way. And the response is, it doesn't exist. And I said, okay, let's create it. I want to be able to connect a coach to someone. I want someone who's who's looking to receive mentoring to have a mentor. I'd like for someone to be able to not just get access to a scholarship, but learn how to receive the scholarship. What are the steps that it takes? Go through all the red tape and the meticulous steps of qualifying for a scholarship and receive it. So tonight, we celebrate the coming true of my dream, which is to create a social community, a social, productive community where people can share their life, share their successes, and share what's important to them. And through that sharing, inspire other people to create for their own lives. So, what was once on paper is now in its tangible, live form. And after 3 years of looking for a developer who can actually handle building this project, and then going through the process of working with United States developers and Indian developers together and merging two different programs that's created into one final product, truly, I tell you, it was really a challenge. But I have to say that I am happily exhausted. And because I know and I feel in my bones that this is something that the world would appreciate. I look back at all of the mistakes and things that I've done in business, and I said to myself, I wish someone would have advised me and told me how to structure attorneys and CPAs for a business before getting hit with a tax liability. I had to learn that the hard way. And throughout my career, throughout my professional career, throughout my personal life, I found myself saying, I wish I had known. I wish I had known. And tonight is the introduction to a social, productive network that will eliminate or significantly reduce that question for millions of people. Many people can attest that they've had some sour experiences in life. And others can attest that they've also had some very sweet experiences in life. And the transition or the transformation from sour to sweet sometimes was brought about through time. For some people, a very long time. For some people, it was brought about by counseling, some mentoring, or just really just a learning process and making that conscious decision to accept things the way they are and change them. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go through this interesting exercise where everyone is going to receive a lemon. And that lemon represents that sour moment in your life. And it's going to taste sour. It's a lemon. And after everyone has interacted with their lemon, I'm going to encourage everyone to interact with that lemon as if you do with life. For some people, they haven't experienced life. They want to experience life, but they never get to the point where they experience living. And life and living is an interesting distinction that many people have not made. Some people actually taste life. They lick it just a little bit at a time, just to see what life is all about, but they never really experience it in full. Then you have those other people who actually bite into their lemon. They bite into their life and experience life in its full capacity, and they hold nothing back. On the show of hands, I'm curious to know how many people experimented with life and their lemon and tried it. By a show of hands, how many people licked their lemon? By a show of hands, how many people bit into their lemon? Well, overall, thank you for trusting us with this interesting experience of changing how life tastes. And in the same way that you transformed your palate with this berry pill or tablet that we shared with you, this is an invitation for you to change the way life tastes for you personally, professionally. It's why Nexus is perpetuating this community of transformation and in transforming how life tastes. For example, with the lemon, you have the ability to connect, you have the ability to share, you have the ability to create your life on this new social network that is here finally after 3 years of building. So, in the spirit of transformation, in the spirit of creating life that's fullest for you, in the spirit of creating success as it pertains to you and how success is defined by you, I'd like to give yourselves a round of applause.